you signed up for the FroKnowsPhoto email list? Well, if you have not, you can do so. Look for this orange box over on the website. Type in your name, email address, hit send it, and I will send you a guide to capturing motion in low-light situations for free, as well as some other cool content that you can only get when you sign up for the email list. So here we go for an Adoramapix rapid-fire critique. We've got shots from Eric Ballou. So Eric Ballou is using a Canon T2i, and let's see what we have here. So interesting color. Looks like we've got some off-camera flash going on. The lighting looks good. Nice balance with the background light. Nice color coming out of it. It has that very dark and mysterious look, especially that she's not looking at the camera. I don't think the eyes looking at the camera would have played very well, so I think that this looks good and works very well. So nice job right there. And let's move on to the next bad boy or girl. So we've got Little Red Riding Hood right here. Just a little too harsh on the light, in my opinion. It looks like a lot was brightened up. Eyes aren't usually this color of brown. So unless those are unless they're contacts, but it's just a little too harsh. It's a little too on the bright side. I know that the red is nice. Maybe a black and white would be more piercing, but you got to pull back on the exposure. It's just a little, wow, look at that lip ring. It's just a little too hot, in my opinion. Compositionally, looks very good. The eyes, nice job. That's good. Let's move on to the next one. Oh, hello. Oh, geez. Hi. Hello. It's like The Undertaker meets Shinedown. All right. I want to see a little, I mean, I get it. I get it's dark in the background. We got some gels or whatever's going on here. Looks like it's a gelled red light. I want to see the eyes a little more. I want to see those freak nature eyes. Not saying there's anything wrong with that. This could be a setup or is a setup. Looks good. I'm just not feeling the image very much because what's with the tree? Maybe it's like the tree is falling or bleeding or something or stabbing the tree. Maybe that would, or she, I can't tell. I think it's a she. Is it a she? I really don't know. It's hard to tell. I don't know. I have no distinctive features to go by. But with that said, I don't find it very interesting, the setting, the scene. I want to see a little more. I just want to see a different area. So I'm not feeling that one as much. Let's see what this one brings us. Loading, loading. Not sure why we take some time. We're supposed to be on this blazing internet. Oh, okay. So that's a little more different. There they took the black and white to a different level. Let's see what it's shot at. Show more info, please. There is no more info. I don't know why. But this has that feel. Obviously, there's lack of contrast. They pulled back on the contrast. I personally think that a little more contrast would draw you into this image more. It would get you to these eyes because there's a lot of ornate stuff going on here that maybe a tighter shot of the face would and eyes would draw you in a little more. It's not bad. I like what you're doing with your own type of processing. It looks good. It goes the totally opposite of what I personally do, and there is nothing at all wrong with that. So this is not bad at all. I just think that a tighter shot of the head or the face with all this ornamental stuff would give us a better appreciation for the full image. So I guess we've removed all of the gothic type look there. Nice background, nice exposure. Love the softness of the hands. What I mean by softness is that she's not sitting there pushing her face up. She's sitting there going like this, which is gently touching the face. That is one of those tips that you need. That's one of those tips to remember, is that if you're going to tell somebody to lean on their chin, that they don't actually do it, where they don't actually push up their face. They gently touch it. I know that's what she said. You gently touch it just so that it doesn't smush up the face. Now, this is done very well. I like the composition here. My focus goes right to the eyes. Nice job. Moving on to the next one. All right. I'm liking where this is going so far. All right. So we didn't cut off anything majorly important, terrible over here. I do like the tightness of it. The color's throwing me off just a bit. Where does the image end? It ends right here. So we do have a little bit of darkness here in this windowsill or whatever it is. Yeah, I don't mind the way that it's cropped, because the only other cropping that I could think of is a horizontal, and I think that this does work. The color is an interesting hue of yellow or green. Like the fact that the background and the pillars are blown off, because there is nice separation of the subject and the background. That's a very nice job there. So it's cool. It's not the best of the best of the best with honors, but it's not far off. All right, so we've got a girl. We've got some off-camera flash. We've got the huge shadow in the background. We've got this mini skirt. It's not very mini. It's a onesie, one piece, whatever you call it. Not a onesie. I don't even know what to call it. I don't have any of these. I don't own them. Not digging the background. Not digging the shadow. Not digging the pose. I want her squared off a little bit more. Just a little more. I want her face. Have her turn her head. I don't mind the pose with the shoulder backwards, but let's just do this. If she just comes like this to you, then you get her whole face, and it wouldn't look as strained. I think it would look good. She's got a strong look to her that she could just stare right through the camera and make it work. It's just the background and the shadow doesn't work. A little softer on the lighting, I think, is what's needed. Okay. Again, I know this before. It's the background. We don't need to just shoot with a tree in the background just to shoot with a tree in the background. She's good enough. She can stand on her own without this type of background needed. Also, this through the hair stuff is so overplayed. It's so just killed out, in my opinion. I just think that it's just awkward. It's not very natural to just sit here and go like this all the time. I mean, I do it out at the restaurants and pick my hair and stuff, but just the background's killing me. Let's get a different background or step away from it so that it blows out and you don't even know what it is. I'm lost right here because this is what I see as the branch. In terms of exposure, fine. Composition, fine. Just get rid of these hands doing things and let the expressions stand out for themselves. All right, so this is tighter. Not bad. I love the composition so far, but it's not in focus. I can see that from here it's not in focus. What is this shot at? Sony SLT A33? I'm not sure that model, and it's not giving us more information, so I don't know why the metadata isn't there, but this one is not, it's not sharp. If the SLT is that smaller, I think it's that smaller one, but it's not sharp. But if it's not sharp, it's not really usable. In terms of composition's fine. Pump in a little more contrast, in my opinion, and I think the image would pop just if it was in focus. So then we've got this works as a better background because it's more natural. It's not like throwing somebody in front of the trees and going, oh, but then her face, it's like, what is she thinking? I want to see her eyes back at the camera right here. If her eyes and her chin stayed in this level, but then watch this. You see how I'm looking down? But watch what happens to the eyes. Sure, I'm up a little here. Let me sit up a little higher and do it. You know, get her to bring the eyes back to the camera. Even if you need to move the head a little bit, I think it would be a little better because I want to see into her soul. I want to see what's in her mind. And in this case, it looks like she's questioning something that's on the ground, like, what is it? But we can't see it, so we don't really know if it's there. I think the eyes would be great right at camera. So which one was this taken with? This was with Sony SLT A33, which I have to look up to see what it is. But other than that, let's go back to the main part of this, and we can see all of the images. Let's go. Come on. You can do it. Why won't it click? Let's go. Get back to it. Anyway, it doesn't seem to want to click. But that is where we're going to take it. Some nice solid shots there. A couple with just a little bit of tweaks. Some different composition. Some more eye contact would be what I would be looking for. So not bad. That is another Adoramapix rapid fire critique. Jared Polin, FroKnowsPhoto.com. See ya.